folks. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, superstars. This is Wesley $1 billion Virgin here. Hey, welcome to another Sunday Mindset message here. And I got a message for you. And actually, I got a question for you. And this is the question I think some of you, not all of you, are tussling with in your mind. Okay? And that is, what if I'm already behind and everyone else has figured it out without me? Okay. How many of you think that you are behind? Hey guys, hey, what's going on? Hello. Let me give you guys a second to jump in here. Give me a second. Listen, the question below, if you look in the comment section, I just pinned it here. We have the tendency to feel that we're behind. You know, some of you are, well, let me give you guys a shout out here. I'm sorry. Hey, Mandy, how are you? Go ahead and comment your names below where you calling from as well. Let me just give you a kind shout out just to let you know that I do see you. I'm paying attention here. We have Maddie from Spain. We also have David here. Let me see. We have B-Tab. We have Coker. How are you, Sir Jess? Philip Rosemary. Also have My Jojo. How are you? Anna. Hey, Anna. We have Gamble. Ashley. How are you? Kenrick. Good morning. Daniela Durante. How are you? Good morning. Joan from Florida. How are you, Ms. Clark? We have Megan from Alabama. We have Minskin from Finland, and Coker from Italy, and Carrie. How are you? Leon, Carlos. And we also have DeMarcus Dogan here in the house. And Rick Pieter. How are you, sir? Hey. What's going on, guys? All right, so let's get into it. Hey, Jerry from Missouri. So I just want to talk about real quickly here, San Antonio. How are you, David? I'm going to be real quick. I want to talk about if you feel that you're behind. And listen, I've had these intrusive thoughts that I remember in my early 30s. Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, like, it's like I'm behind. I'm 30 plus. I don't have much money in the bank account. I have 3 children. And it looks like everybody else around me has already figured life out. Like they have a good job. They're making good money. They have a car that I want to live in. They're living in a house I want to live in. And I didn't get it. I didn't understand why all these other people seemed to be winning and I wasn't. Because think about even today's time. I know a lot of you spend a lot of time on social media and you see videos of people succeeding and millionaires and billionaires. And, right now is the greatest time to live because we have so much access to the internet and we can have a brief preview of what's going on in a billionaire's life, a millionaire's life, and couples that are saying I do and getting married in all these incredible ways, and women having babies and having the baby showers, and it's all online. And sometimes you can look at that and believe that you're behind. Because some of you are not married yet, some of you are going through a divorce, or you've been divorced. Some of you are a bit older. You feel that you're too old, and it's like, man, am I too late to do anything? And I've been at this job for 10 and 20 years. Is it too late to change? Does anybody feel that way? Comment the word amen below. Some of you men feel that you're not where you want to be in life, what makes it very difficult to make a commitment to a woman. I can't commit to a woman right now. I need to work on myself. I don't have enough money. I need to take care of me, and I'm getting older, and I'm not paying child support on time, and I've made some mistakes in my life that I'm still paying for. And we have some women on here that are single. They want to be married. Some women, they got their stuff together, but they can't seem to find a man that aligns with them, someone that is spiritually and equally yoked. And some women that's still trying to figure it out. This is a single mom. She's struggling. She's working her ass off, and she wants to do right. She wants to do well. But sometimes life just throws a ton of bricks on her, okay? And I think there's somebody on here, right? This afternoon or this morning here that's dealing with that. But let me tell you something. Let me share some with you. You're not behind. And I'm going to prove it to you, okay? I spend a lot of time on a computer. As a matter of fact, I have my computer right here. I'm always on my computer all the time because I run a digital marketing company. Obviously, I'm the owner of Overnight Millionaire University, and I teach people how to manifest their dreams. I teach people how to truly understand their emotions in a way to use them and don't allow their emotions to use them. I want them to use their emotions to be able to succeed and to be peaceful, to be calm, to be happy, which I've mastered that in the past 10 to 15 years of helping so many people do that. But yet, I spend a lot of time on the computer, and sometimes my computer's slow. Okay? Like I have an Apple computer. As a matter of fact, almost every 4 or 5 months, I buy a new computer because it's just slow. I just want something new. I don't know. And sometimes it's slow. And sometimes we think, the computer's slow because it's old. Right? Sometimes we think the computer is slow because, maybe it's a virus on it. Or maybe it's my internet provider is slow. And what I realize is it's because I have open browser tabs that I can't see. Think about it. Think about your phone. How many windows in the background do you have open that is draining your phone's energy and draining your phone's battery? How many tabs do you have open on your laptop? It's the reason why it's killing the performance. Well, that happens. Some of you have, hundreds of tabs or hundreds of windows in the background that are open. Well, let me tell you something. Your mind is like a phone with 47 tabs open. See, most of the day, you don't notice it. But when things slow down, like on Sunday, you feel the lag. When life slows down, you feel like, man, what's going on? I'm not making any progress. I think I'm behind, and what am I doing wrong? And it's not because you're broken. You really have to understand that. I get it. The world may tell you you're broken, but you're not broken. Okay? And it's not because you're failing. Some of you just think automatically by default, I'm just failing in life. I'm just failing at this because it's not working the way that I would like it to work out. Well, you're not failing. And let me tell you what, because there's a background tab running quietly, draining the energy, which means there's something in your life. Listen to me. There's something in your life right now that is running in your life, that is consuming energy in your life, that's draining you. Can I get an amen, please? Hello? My question to you, what is draining your energy? See, it's not that you're doing things wrong. It's not that you're broken. It's not that you're failing. Something in the background is draining you. That's disallowing you from becoming the version that you want to be. See, that tab could be a friend. And I get it. We love our friends, right? The tab can be a family member. And we love our family. However, you have to ask yourself a question. Is this person draining me? Is this person emotionally draining me? Every time I talk to this person, are they talking about something good or something positive or something negative? Every time I talk to this person, whether it's a friend or a family member, do they have victim mentality? Talking about how everything's against them and this is happening, their boyfriend did this, the girlfriend did this, and the boss did this, and, I don't know why this happened in the government, and, man, the economy right now sucks. Do you have a friend or a family member like that in your life? Well, that could be a background tab that you need to close. Hello. There's some places. See, tabs are not just people, by the way. Listen to me. Tabs, the background tabs, it's not just people. It's also places. There are certain places that you need to stop going to because it's draining your energy. What are those places, Wes? For some places like Walmart, you may say, I love Wally World. What you talking about? I get it. I understand Walmart has some cheap stuff. The dollar store has some cheap stuff. But you're putting yourself in places where the energy is draining, where the people are chaotic. What I want you to understand is your environment always will influence you, even outside of your awareness. Hello. What places are you, like the club? Some of you don't even think twice about the club. You just go because you want to have a good time with friends. You want to meet somebody new. Maybe you want to have a couple of drinks. Maybe you want to dress up, wear your fancy clothes, your fancy shoes. You want to smell good, get your nails done, get your hair done. And you want to go out in public. You want men to hit on you. You want women to hit on you. You want to meet people, have drinks, have a martini, have a lemon sour, a margarita, whatever. However, do you think the club is productive and beneficial to the life that you're trying to create? Or do you think it's destructive? Do you think the club is aligned with the man or the woman that you would like to become? Do you think the club is more draining, debilitating, or do you think the club is empowering? I think you know the answer. What I want you to understand, these are just background tabs that are running in the background. How many of you have commitments to family? Family reunions, family parties, baby showers, weddings, and you don't even want to go. You don't even want to go to these things. How many times you get invited to things you don't want to go to, but you feel obligated? Oh, I gotta go because it's my daddy, my mama, my sister, my brother. What I want you to understand, those are background tabs that are draining your energy. So when you say, I'm drained, I feel like I'm behind, it's the background tabs that are draining you and you don't see it. Okay? Listen, I'm going to tell my own story. There was a time when I had to make a decision to disconnect. As a matter of fact, there's a video in Overnight Millionaire University. I talk about disconnecting. And I think it's just, it was very instrumental to me seeing the world differently. What I mean by that is like through disconnecting myself from the world allowed me to see the world in a way that I could benefit from it. Whether it's business, my health, my relationships. But I realized that people are extremely programmed, extremely predictable, and very robotic, which means there's an opportunity to influence people very easily if you're able to see the patterns. But I couldn't see the patterns if I was a part of the pattern, which means I had to disconnect myself. So I remember, I think I was like 31, 32. This is when I quit my job as a computer engineer. I was making $200,000 a year, and I decided to quit my job. And I read a book, and maybe I'll share it with you. And it didn't use the word disconnect, but it used the word like isolation and solitude. I think it was a book or a video. And it was just a millionaire. I used to listen to watch a lot of videos from millionaires because that's what I wanted. Like I wanted to be a millionaire, so I would watch millionaire content, like, podcasts or just millionaire speaking, because I wanted to really understand how they thought. Not really what they did to make their money. I wanted to understand the thinking process to achieve what they have achieved. And one fellow was talking about solitude, kind of isolating yourself. And he said, that's going to be one of the most difficult things a human being would do, is to isolate him or herself from those things that give him or her pleasure. And I thought about it. I was like, oh, wow, that's a bar right there. Right? I'm like, wow. Let me say it again. He said, the most difficult thing a man or woman will do on their road to success is to isolate themselves from the things that give them pleasure. And he was right. Because there was so many things I was doing that I liked. I like not necessarily chasing women, but I like having fun with women. I like going out with the boys, playing basketball on Saturday with my boys, right? You know, going to the family reunion, going to the game nights with the cousins. You know what I'm talking about, right? On Sunday, going to the family and going out to the dinners and going to the restaurants and just hanging out and having a good time. You know, going to your boy house, hanging out, watch some TV, just talking about whatever. Ain't? But he said, that's going to be one of the most difficult things you would do. And at the time, I decided to do it. And let me tell you what I did. Like, I didn't just say it, because a lot of you just say, oh, yeah, I'm going to disconnect, man. Yeah, I'm going to do that, too. I'm going to isolate myself. No, I took action. And let me explain the action that I took. I took my phone. This is a true story. This is the reason why my phone today is on Do Not Disturb, by the way. My phone has been on D&D for the past 10 plus years. No one can call me. Very few, maybe less than 3 people can actually get in and call my phone. Okay. And I get a lot of calls a day, but I don't know because I don't answer them and I don't see them. But let me tell you what I did. Okay. And this was very, very imperative to me becoming who I am today, which is a very wealthy person. I'm happy, I'm peaceful, and life is just perfect. I just started deleting and removing people from my phone. Okay. Honestly, I just started deleting friends, deleting cousins and aunts, and anybody I was talking to, anybody that I was texting, listen, that did not match up or align with the person that I wanted to become. I just got rid of them. Okay. And let me tell you something, and you're not going to hear this, because I know some of you might say, oh, yeah, my circle is small already, Wes. I have one friend. I have 2 friends. I had to get rid of everyone. Let me say it again. I had to basically disconnect from everyone. And let me tell you why. And I get it. You know, some of you say, oh, I got that one friend. I got this one on my circle. Let me ask you a question. How many of you want to be rich and successful? Comment below, please. I'm just curious. How many of you would like to be rich and successful? I mean, at least 1 million plus, right? How many of you would like to be financially free? Hello. Type it below. Financially free, which means you don't have to think or worry about money for the rest of your life. You can fly around the world, do what you want to do, buy people stuff, take care of your parents, buy your children, whatever, take them on vacation whenever you guys feel like it. I mean, you just totally relieved from money. You just never have to think about money for the rest of your life because you got plenty of it. How many of you want to be in that position? Now, I see a lot of me's. Now, listen up. Listen. Well, if that's where you want to be, my question is that one friend that is in your life or that small inner circle, are they financially free? Are they rich and successful? Are they able to fly around the world when they want to, first class, stay in their 5-star hotels? Do they live in the house that you would like to live in? Do they have the car that you want to drive? Think about it for a second before you respond. Okay. What's up, Jessica Lynn? Think about it for a second before you respond. Of the people that's in your life, I don't care if it's small or large, are they driving what you want to drive, living how you want to live? Does their bank account look like the bank account you want to have? Are they traveling first class, staying in a five-star hotel, taking their children to Disney World? Oh, no, not in California or Florida. I'm talking about Tokyo and Japan, and going to Dominican and going to the Nickelodeon place. So you don't know about that, huh? Because you know, what I want you to understand, because a lot of you, your environment, they're regular people. There's nothing wrong with regular people, by the way, but they're regular. Okay? You got regular people in your life. Because let me share something with you. People like myself, we don't have time. Listen, I got best friends or whatever. I don't have time to even talk to my best friend. Rich and successful people don't have time to talk. You got to understand that. They don't have time because they're working. They're building. They're meditating. They're thinking. They're constructing something that one day the world will consume. See, a lot of you talk to your friend every day or 2 times, 3 times a week. You know, when I talk to my best friend, I don't know, maybe 3, 4 times a year. And that's my boy. It's my best friend. Love him to life. But I'm busy. And he's busy too. Busy people don't have time to talk and text to each other just to do it. No one's calling me talking about, hey man, what's going on? Yeah, I've been doing it. Oh, okay, man. Just trying to see how you been, how you doing. I don't have time for that. I'll give you a good example. And this is a real example. A couple of weeks ago, like me, I don't really talk to my cousins. I don't talk to my uncles and aunts. I don't talk to them, not because I don't like them, I don't love them. I don't have time, honestly. You know, in my life, the way that I live my life is totally different than the life that they live, and that's okay. You know, the other week, my cousin reached out to me, and he called me, but obviously my phone is do not disturb, so I don't answer the phone. He sent me a text, and he said, hey, you want to go to the Texans game? I didn't respond. Not because I want to be rude, not because I'm being mean. 1, I don't have any obligation to respond. 2, why would I go to a Texans game? For what? You may say, well, they have fun. No, I am building something. See, a lot of you don't get it. Why do you think there's such a disparity between the poor and the rich? So many poor and average people, very few rich people. And you might say, well, it's just a game, Wes. You're hanging out with your cousin, just go to the Texas game, have a little fun. And that's why you are where you are and why I am where I am. Because see, me, Wesley, when I'm focused on something, when I'm building something, that consumes my mind and I love it. And I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to go to a game. I don't want to go to a nightclub. I don't want to go to dinner. I don't want to do nothing but the work. And you may think that sounds crazy, right? You may say, oh, that's just crazy. Yeah, but I'm worth $30 million. Have every car that you can ever dream of. I've been to over 30 countries. I can vacation whenever I want to with my woman. I buy my woman gifts every 2 months just because I want to. I treat her like a queen, so that means a queen has jewels, right? So that means that she always have Cartiers and Van Cleefs and Chanels and Hermes all the time, period. Yeah, maybe I work. Maybe you think I'm not having fun. Maybe you think I'm suffering over here. Maybe you think my life is boring. But I can do what I want to do when I want to do it, by the way. Can you? If I want to sleep all day, I can. Tomorrow, if I want to book a flight to Paris, I can. If I want to go to Dubai, I can. If tomorrow I want to go buy a Ferrari, I can. For no reason. What I want you to understand is my decisions have allowed me to have options because I decided to disconnect 15 years ago. Okay? I just disconnected. And I know some of you'll never get it. Some of you are like, oh, well, that's just too much, Wes, and you don't have to do it that way, and blah, 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 blah. I know some of you are like, oh, family is everything, love is everything, blah, 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 blah. Listen, family don't pay bills. Do your family pay your bills? Is there anybody on here that their family pay their bills every single month? Are they paying your debt off? Hello? Since you love your family, you love your friends, and some of you believe that, that love is more important than money. Well, tell me, how much love do you need? Or how much love do I need to pay my rent, which is $14,000 a month? How much love do I need to pay my Rolls Royce, which is $4,000 a month? How much love do I need to pay my Lamborghini, which is $5,000 a month? Let me know how much love that you need to be able to pay your cell phone bill, your rent, your insurance, your credit card debt. Hello? How much love do you need to fix your credit? Let me know when love became a currency that we can utilize to be able to thrive here on planet Earth. Love is important, but love ain't enough. That's just your emotions. Whenever a person says, well, money's not everything, Wes, you always talk about so much money. That's your emotions. When the rent man say, I need the rent, you're not talking about love. You're trying to find a way to pay the bill. When you get that notice in the mail and you owe taxes and you owe a big bill that you didn't think about, and you're like, oh my God, my AC just went out. Where's the love now? Ain't nobody loving in that. Everybody like, God damn it, I got to pay this fucking, God, this AC just went out. Where am I going to get this money from? Now you're stressed. Where's the love at, guys? Hello? Where's all the love? Tell me why the love is not important. Why is it not important now? Because if you don't fix the AC, you're going to be hot. Listen, I'm just being honest with you. Folks, I want you to succeed. But I want you to realize you're going to make tough decisions. You don't even realize some of listen, to make progress, like to continue to make progress, you have to continue to make changes in your life, in the small changes, in changes that you're not even thinking about. Because many of you are very, you rely on your intuition and you're very, intuitive about certain things. But what I understand, you got to get to the point that you have to think about the things that you're not thinking about and the things that are making you very comfortable. Because see, right now you're comfortable. Some of you are comfortable making $100,000 a year. Some of you are comfortable making $100,000 a month. Some of you are comfortable making $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $2,000 a month. Some of you are comfortable with the current staff that you have employed. No, you need to fire a lot of people. Some of you are comfortable with the boss you had. Know that you need to quit your job. Some of you are comfortable in your relationship, but you know your relationship is toxic. It's not even working for you. Some of you women know the man that is in your life is not the man that you envision to be with. Like, you're not in line. You know not on the same page. You know you're not equally yoked, and you're trying to force it. Some of you men are the same way. No, you don't have the right woman in your life. You know she don't support you. You know she say things that piss you off and just bothers you. You know that she's draining you emotionally. You know that she's the person that is stopping you from becoming the man you're supposed to be, and you're dealing with it. And you wonder why you're still stagnant. Because you have tabs in the background that are still running that is draining your energy. And to build an exceptional life, we need energy, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something. I haven't met any billionaires, any millionaires that didn't have any energy. They all have it. Even the ones that are overweight, even the ones that are fat. They have energy, though. I'm telling you. They moving around like they're 21. They smiling from ear to ear. They walking with their chest out, shoulders back. I mean, every rich person, every successful person I know, They have energy. They understand that energy is the currency of success, peace, joy, and everything, and abundance, that everything that everybody wants. Energy. Okay? Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, Lucky Jess, how are you? Comment below. You with me? If you're with me, say you with me, Wes. I'm with you. Comment below. Say I'm with you, Wes. I want you to be with me because I want you to understand it's time for you to begin to close some of these tabs in your life. It's just time to disconnect. Even from the people that you love most. I remember back in the day, I used to train this one girl, and she was doing Forex. And I told her the same thing I'm telling you. You know, bright young girl, smart young girl. She had just left her job. She was making like $90,000 a year. And she wanted to go all in on Forex. But let me tell you one of the reasons why it never worked out for her. Let me tell you one of the reasons why, even though the woman was smart, very intelligent, she worked out every day, she was fit, you know, just nice, beautiful girl. And let me tell you why it never worked out for her in Forex. Because she thought that she could still hang out with her friends. She told me, this is what she told me. She said, well, you know, I'm just hanging out with my girls, you know, and just, you know, but they're all successful in their own right. And I asked her, I said, are they Forex traders? Well, no. Are they millionaires? No. Okay, so what are we doing here? I mean, you're 40 plus. I mean, you still don't get it that I get it. Those are your girls and you want to hang out. You want to take a fresher breath. You know, I get it. People want to like wind down and just, you know, not think about business, not think about anything. I said, but it's going to influence you. Okay? Because the only reason why you're hanging around these girls is because they make you feel pleasure. You know, the conversations, the chats, you go out, you have some tea, have some coffee, whatever you girls do. But these girls are not operating on the level that you want to operate on. They're not trying to do what you're trying to do. What you should do is go out with Forex people, the people that are successful in Forex, because you want to be a Forex trader that actually makes money. So you need to hang around Forex people that are doing well, not the people that are trying to do well. The Forex people that are doing well, and she didn't get it. And still today, she still done got it figured out. And that was 4 years ago. Listen, I'm a hard-headed person, just like most people. And I know some of you are going to hear this message, and you're still going to remain with the people that you hang around with. You're still going to talk to your daddy, your mama, whatever, you know, whatever you're going to do. You're still going to do what you want to do. Thinking that you're going to be this so-called exceptional, you know, I mean, this very successful person and this person. I mean, think about Elon Musk. You think Elon Musk is talking to his daddy and mama every week? You think Jeff Bezos is talking to his mom every week? He can't. He provides for his mom, I'm sure. She lives her dream. Or his dad, they living their best life. But he don't have time. This man is running $1 trillion. How does he have time? He got to schedule time. Right? I mean, listen. You got to close some tabs. Okay? You got to close some things in your life, folks, today. I want everybody right now to be bold enough. Let me see who's going to be bold, because I'm a man of action. You know, forget about all this talking. That's take action. How many of you, and I want you to comment below, which tab in your life that you're going to quit? It could be drinking. You come say, you know what? I'm going to close down the tab of drinking. You know, every once in a while I drink a little bit. to wind down. Close that tab. Well, I smoke some weed, Wes, when I get back home from work, I'm tired. I just had a drink. I go on my porch, my patio, and I smoke me one. Close it. Close the tab. Which tab are you going to close right now? Tell me in the comment box below. Somebody said relationship and sex. I like that. Let me tell you something. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about sex on a Sunday afternoon. Because let me tell you something. Sex is a problem. And some of you don't realize how much a problem it is. Let me tell you how much sex is a problem right now in Houston, Texas. The rate of AIDS and HIV is climbing. Especially in the black community. Isn't that crazy? And the Mexican community. Go look it up for yourself. Don't trust me. Sex is a problem. And let me tell you a story. Because I know some of you say, oh, no, Wes, don't tell me. No, I can't. You saying I got to give up sex? But I like sex so much. It feels so good. It relaxes my body. I need that sex every once in a while. Wes, please don't tell me I got to give up sex. It makes my body tingle and wiggle and make my toes curl, make me moan. Listen to me. Many of you are using sex as a drug. What I mean by that, you have no real emotional attachment to the sex. Okay? You're having sex because you want to feel pleasure. Many of you are having sex not because you love the person. Not because you're just in love and that's my wife, that's my husband. You do it because you're attracted to them, they're attracted to you, and you do it casually. That's a drug. Let me tell you a story. So, in my early 30s, I made a decision to be celibate. Okay? Now, at first, I didn't understand how not having sex correlates to making money. But like I said, I was listening to a lot of successful people on the internet, millionaires. They was talking about, being celibate, not having sex, and I read a book. What is that book called? There's a chapter in this book that's called Sexual Transmutation. Are you guys familiar with that? Like, sex itself is a real energy. That's why we like it, because it, science-wise, dopamine, serotonin levels in it's an incredible experience, and it's the reason why it creates life, right? And, of course, you get to come and ejaculate. That's what we want to do, right? But I made a decision to do some research as it relates to sexual transmutation, but I read in a book, Think and Grow Rich, I believe. I think it was Think and Grow Rich. And sexual transmutation is basically that same desire, like the same energy that we have when we think about sex, especially men. We're typically going to have a problem. Not all women. Well, some women are out there slutting around being whores. We get it. But, most women have problems with this because women, it's not hard for women to have sex with men. Men are easy. Women can just dress up, smell good, say, would you like to have sex tonight? More than likely the man's going to be like, are you serious? Okay. Right. But men, sex is not available like it is for women. Okay. like just readily available. Like a man just can't go to a woman, hey, just have sex. Maybe some men, but that's 1%, right? So sexual transmutation is basically taking that same desire, and let's talk to men for a second. I will talk to you women as well. But the same desire that you feel, and when you want to be with a woman and you're thinking about the women that you want to be with, and I know how it is. Like I've been there. You know, you look in your phone, you scroll through, you send a couple of text messages. You're like, hey, what you doing? What you doing? Come over right now. Come over. Come to me. Blah, blah, whatever. Like I've done all that, right? You know, you know those people. Like I guess they call it your team, right? You hit your team up and you go through the girl that you know that's going to come over. Doesn't matter what she's doing. If you text her, she's going to come over, right? A lot of men do have that person in their phone, right? But what I want you to understand, man, that desire, and you spending time, some of you spend time on apps like Tinder, you swipe, Bumble, swipe, because you're looking for a good time. Like it's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. You're looking for somebody that's going to come over tonight and give you what you want. But I want you to understand that's an energy. So sexual transmutation is basically transmuting, which is to change that energy and to move that energy in a different direction. Or use that same desire, that same power, and apply in a different part of your life. Are you with me? Okay. Well, that's what I did. Okay. So for 2 years, I was celibate. I was celibate, no sex, for 2 years. And, you know, in my 20s, I was pretty active. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I was kind of active a bit, right? But I cut it off for 2 years. And let me tell you what happened. And let me tell you why it's beneficial to men and beneficial to women. Men, it's beneficial to you because if you're able to get through the first week, the second week, the third week, the fourth week, like your desire for it is going to be neutral, which means is you're not going to care for it that much, which means it's like, how can I explain this? It's like, you know, before when men think about women, man, they're like, oh my God, I want her. I gotta get it. I gotta have sex with her. Damn it, man, she looks so good. Oh my God, I gotta do this. So, and men would do a lot of stuff to try to get the sex. You know, they'll rent a car. They'll take you to a nice dinner. They'll buy you flowers. They'll tell you good morning every morning. Good morning. How you doing? Hello, what you doing? How you want to go? I mean, men, 'cause that's what's in their mind, by the way. But man, let me tell you something. Once you resist and you make it past 3 weeks, that desire becomes it's like neutral, right? It's almost like it goes from 100 to 0. It kind of stabilizes. But what I want you to understand is that energy will be fueling something else. Now, what happened to me, because I was working in my business at the time, right? And let me tell you something. When I didn't realize how much sex and women was consuming my mind. Because, you know, at the time, it was just easy for me to get women. It wasn't hard. I mean, I don't know. I never really had, you know, maybe when I was younger, it was hard for me to get women. But as I got older, I was working out. You know, you look better, you feel better. It was just it was easy. I'm not going to lie to you. It wasn't that hard to get women and for me to have my way with them. I just learned how to do it. But then it got to the point I didn't care about women anymore. Like, I mean, the sex, it didn't even cross my mind anymore. The business was consuming me. But let me tell you the fascinating thing. I was able to see things that I didn't see before going through this experience of celibate. Man, you will discover and see things that you will never see or discover once you go through a period of celibacy. Let me tell you something. It's magical. Okay? Let me tell you something. Listen to me. I did it. I swear to God. Like, When I made $1 million in 30 days, that was during my celibacy. I must be honest with you. And when I say I saw things, like, it's hard to explain this, but it's like things came to me naturally on what I needed to do to create the income very quickly. Because my mind was no more consuming women and how big this girl's butt is and how pretty she is and how sexy she is. And, let me go out this weekend and smell good, get some clothes and look good for the girls and talk to 5 girls tonight. Oh, I'm gonna bring this girl home. Like, that was not on my mind. It wasn't even a part of my cognitive processes. Okay? So women, let me tell you why it benefits you. If you actually can be celibate, you may actually attract a man that you actually want. Okay? Let me say that again. Women, you get all type of benefits. I mean, not only being, making a ton of money, but you may actually attract the type of man you actually desire. Did you know that the average woman is not actually with her dream man? Is there any woman on here tonight with her dream husband? Be honest. Hello, any women on here tonight or this morning that is with her dream husband? You know what a dream husband is? I mean, I can tell you. I'm a dream. Some of you don't know what a dream husband is. A dream husband is a man. It's not just a man that's successful and rich. That's what you think I'm going to say. No, a man that listens to you. You know how to shut his mouth and just listen to you talk. A man that truly understands you. Which means he's not trying to correct you all the time and tell you what to do with your life. He listens to you. He's not trying to solve your problem unless you want him to solve your problems. A dream man is a man that if you have a financial problem, he don't ask you to fix it. He just fixes it. He just does it. He don't ask you, hey, you want me to do it? He just does it. A dream man take you on vacations, of course. What woman doesn't want to travel the world? A dream man, he will never put you in coach, never put you in economy. He flies first class. A dream man only stays in 5-star hotels because he understands that you are his queen, and his queen has to be in 5-star. A dream man understands that you're not all about the materialistic things. You're not all about, I guess all the diamond ring, the Van Cleef, blah, blah, blah. But he gives it and buys it for you anyway. A dream man is loyal. A dream man pays attention to you. Almost can think for you. A dream man will send you lunch and you're hungry. And it's like he knew you were starving. And within 10 minutes, food shows up at your place of work, or if you're at the house or you're at the business, but it arrives. A dream man knows how to predict your behavior. Does any woman have a dream man on here? So listen, women, be celibate. Stop giving your coochie to every man on the planet. I don't care how attractive this man is. I don't care if this man is talking good. Be celibate. Just make a choice to be celibate. Make a choice. Because, see, that sexual transmutation works in your benefit as well. Whatever you're working on, whatever you're putting attention on, it will expand. That same energy, that same desire that you have for men to be with a man, to be around a man, to be loved by a man. Well, let me tell you something. That same energy will be redirected to your passion, your business, or whatever you're focused on. Even your body. You're working out at the gym, you're going to see gains. You're going to see progress. because you choose to refute the pleasure that you used to. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Do you understand what celibacy does to a human being? Let me tell you something. If you ever want to be woke, they talk about the pineal gland, right? Yeah, how many of you know what the pineal gland is, right? It's like the third eye. If you ever want your third eye to open, stop having sex. Just stop. Just stop having sex for a year. Well, we don't realize that desire, like to be with a person. And with women, it's not just sexy. Women just they don't want to be alone. They don't want to be alone. Like women, it's not just about sex for them. They just don't want to be alone. They want to be with a man. Because they see so many men on the internet and women that got a man and they happy with their man on the internet, by the way, which is totally false. You don't know what's real, what's not real. But you're living vicariously through these people that you see on the internet, which is a false reality, by the way, because you don't know the real deal. And women are like, oh, my God, I want a man like that. Where's my man? Where's my man? Where's my man? Why am I working? I need a man. And they're doing it out of desperation because of what they're seeing on the internet. But let me tell you something, women, if you're able to say, you know what? I'm okay. One day I will attract a man by becoming the type of woman that attracts certain types of men. And let me tell you something, men don't like a woman that just give her body away to everybody. Of course not. You better lie about it. But if we find out you've been giving your body away from everybody, Tom, Dick, and Harry, that's just going to reduce your value for a high value type of man. The dream man. He don't want that. Okay? Be celibate for a year. I did it for 2 years, folks. I was celibate for 2 years. Okay? And I made $1 million. I made $1 million in a period of 30 days in the bank account. And I know you're thinking, oh, is it because you were celibate? Is that the reason why you made that money, Wes? You think it's because you didn't have sex? Are you saying that people that make millions don't have sex? I'm not saying that at all. Certain people, they do. They still had a ton of sex and made millions of dollars. Okay? Of course. I'm just letting you know what worked for me. But see, what was fascinating about it, it's not just because of the millions of dollars. It's now I understood that I had control over my body, which means I could tell a woman no. Some of you men can't tell women no. Okay? Some of you men, let's go back to the men now. Some of you men, you are terrible selectors when it comes to women. Some of you men, if a woman just shows you some attention, you're like, oh, yes, a woman that actually likes me, and I feel like she likes me, I'm going to be with her. But she's toxic. But some of you men never had a woman that actually liked you before. So you get excited. Because it's different from, listen, there's two types of relationship. A relationship with a woman that you can feel that she don't really like you. Or maybe she like you for other things. And a woman that you can feel this woman genuinely likes you. All men know this. Women do too. Men are bad selectors of women. Because men, they thinking with their penis. That's it, unfortunately. Like an animal. Like no logical decisions in this process. They're just thinking about the feeling and the emotion that this woman, that women are very powerful with. Women can make a man feel all types of ways at any given moment. God gave women that power. They can do it. They can piss you off. They can make you feel in love. They can make you feel that you just want to beat the brakes off of them sexually. Okay? But men are bad selectors because men are not thinking logically. It's okay to have emotions, but you have to think logically. Well, I like how this woman, makes me feel, but logically, does this make sense for me? This woman, does what she do, how she was raised, does it align with the type of relationship that I'm trying to create? Men don't think that way. And I'm going to tell you something, if you choose to be celibate, listen to me. If you choose to be celibate, I'm telling you, you will have a whole new world. Let me tell you something. When I was done with the celibacy, obviously, the way I would select women it was different. Before, of course, I'm just having a good time, and not even thinking about who I'm dealing with. When I went through the period of celibacy and when I decided to go back into the market and start having intimacy again, let me tell you something. I was a selector. Some women I wouldn't even deal with. And I didn't care if you was pretty. You can have a big old booty. You can have a pretty face. But if I didn't feel the energy was aligned with my energy, I couldn't do it. I'll tell you a story. This is embarrassing. I'm going to tell the story and I'm going to let you guys go. It's a true story, by the way. So they used to have this club called Tinseltown back in the day here in Houston, Texas. It's a long time ago. And I was still driving my Range Rover at the time, but this is when I just, went back into the market again. Because I just made my million, but, I was transitioning into the life that I have here today. And I met this beautiful black woman outside. She was beautiful. I'm not going to lie. Body was fit, skin beautiful. She had that bubbly type personality. She was fine. Long story short, we went out to dinner and we went back to my house. Because back in the day, I'm not going to lie, I'm not saying I was a womanizer, but I knew how to influence women. I know how to get what I want from a woman, okay? It's skill, by the way. So I got her back because I know how to create fascination with inside a woman, right? I know how to do that she gets fascinated about me, okay? Just through my conversation alone. And we went back to the house and we're making out, okay? We're making out, I'm on her body, I'm on her clothes come off, my clothes come off, and we're just, making out, whatever. And then I stopped. Something told me, said, don't do it. I swear to God, I said, don't do it. Now, before, I would have been in that thing, of course, right? Quickly. But some said, don't do it. This ain't right. And let me tell you what that woman told me. She says, what's wrong? I said, nothing, but we got to stop. What? I swear to God, this happened. And let me tell you something about women, man. Women can't stand to be rejected. Let me tell you, they don't even. I've had some experiences. Women, when it comes to rejection, women reject men all day. But when women get rejected, my God. You know what that woman told me in the bed? She said, are you gay or something? I'm sitting here, I'm laying here naked. And she was fine. I'm not going to lie to you. She was a beautiful, fine black woman. She said, I'm laying here naked in the bed and you don't want to do nothing? I said, no, not tonight. And that woman was pissed. She put her clothes on. And I think I got her Uber. And I never saw her again. And then one day on Facebook, she texted me. She said, I don't understand why you don't like me. I swear to God. She said, why you don't like me? I says, not because I don't like you. It's just, I don't know. The energy doesn't align. And let me tell you something. Listen to me. From that day going forward, it's like when it comes to women, I'm very selective. And even though women are not hard to get, they're not hard to sleep with. They're just not. I just can't do it. Like I got to the point I couldn't have casual sex anymore. I just don't even want to do it. It's just like especially if your energy's not aligned. And you might say, well, what does the energy need to be? Where's something that the woman needs to figure out? But the point is, man, that's why I want you to be. Because when you're like this, when you're not so lustful, see, I wasn't lustful anymore. So, and it's not that I didn't have a desire for the women. Of course I did, but I didn't lust. See, lust clouds thinking. It clouds your judgment. And then you start making mistakes. And you make mistakes that put you in a situation that can be extremely toxic. So what it does is, men, it reduces your lust. Now you're able to say no with ease. You're just like, nah, I can't do it. Nope. Even though the opportunity is there. It's there. You know, you be like, nah, I'm good. Because you think deeply about the situation. Like you think about the woman. If I have sex with this woman, then she might go act like this because I can tell by her personality. You know what? I can't do it. You think through it instead of just thinking with your genitals. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Did you get any value here this afternoon? Comment below if you got any value. Did you learn something? How many of you are going to make a decision today to remove some browsers, remove some men from your life? Women, if you got a team, remove some of these men. Remove all of them. Men, if you got a team, remove all these women. These women not putting money in your bank account. They're not causing you to have an extraordinary life. You need to work on yourself first. Man, put yourself in a position of wealth first. Get the money first, men. Okay, trust me. Get the money first. You're going to regret it when you get old. You're going to regret that you did. I know men in their 40s and 50s right now regretting that they didn't get the money first. Now they have this sense of not urgency, but desperation, which is the worst. They're desperate, trying to find the money, trying to get a good woman, trying to do both all at one time, and they're miserable. Get the money first. Okay? Stop going to the clubs. Stop drinking so much. Cut off the alcohol for a couple of months. Why not? Stop taking the Ozempic. Stop taking all these medications that you think are going to make you skinny. You're going to look weird. You're going to lose all that weight, but your head going to be fat. You're not going to look proportioned. You're not going to look like a human being. Okay? Don't smoke any weed anymore for 6 months. No weed. No clubs. No family outings. You know, tell your mom, your dad, your cousin, your uncle, say, you know what, for 6 months I need to be by myself. I need to be in solitude. I need to reorganize my mind because I'm trying to do something that's going to be special that you're going to receive contributions from. Say, Mom, Dad, I need to disconnect you for a while because I want to do something very special for you. And I know you don't understand, but I need to do this. Just give me some time because I can't be always thinking about you and your conversations. Because sometimes your conversation is not what I want to hear. And I need to be focused. I need to be in tune with what I'm trying to do, which is almost impossible. Does that make sense? Okay? Any questions for me before I let you go? Any questions for me before I let you go, ladies and gentlemen? All right, folks, much love. This is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin. I'll see you tonight at 12 midnight for the Millionaire Midnight Rant podcast. Much love, high energy, high income. Let go.